On today's episode, we are going to be detailing analyzing you through three main questions and three main answers from Real Madrid 1-1 disappointing draw against Mallorca on Sunday night. So please stay tuned right up to the end. Do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bells so you do not miss out on our daily Real Madrid update. Real Madrid La Liga title defense did not get off to an ideal start as the Los Blancos were held to a 1-1 draw in a difficult trip to Mallorca. New Mallorca head coach Jacoba Arsate saw Rodrigo goals give the away team the lead early on, but Real Madrid struggled to break down a side that sat deep and absorbed the pressure to retain a 1-0 deficit. Eventually, their patience was rewarded as Vedat Muriqi headed in from a corner to seal the final goal of the game. Matters only got worse on the final whistle as Ferland Mendy was shown a straight red card for a diving tackle at knee height from behind, which left Cesar Sotogrado with little choice but to end an ill-tempered affair with its first red card with the final action. Now discussing on the three main answers on the night, we got the answer of will Carlo Ancelotti make changes in this team? In the pre-season match press conference, Ancelotti teased journalists by saying, "Maybe I will make changes, maybe not." In the end, he didn't. By going with an unchanged lineup, he did something he didn't do at any time in the 2023-24 season by naming identical lineups for 2 games in a row. There can be little debate that this team, the Gala 11, as it is called in Spain, or the strongest possible team, there was perhaps some surprises that the Italian didn't rotate more to give opportunities to the rest of his squad options, with the likes of Brahim Diaz, Arda Güler, and Luka Modric surely feeling that they had shown enough in the preseason. They did get a chance, but off the bench, as Ancelotti made the most of having the strongest 11 fresh enough to play twice in 5 days. Also, the second answer we got was on how many Madridistas would be in the stands at Son Moix, which is the home ground to Mallorca. This was Mallorca's first sellout crowd since 2011, and the stadium was packed out. This was, of course, also Kylian Mbappe's La Liga debut, and the hype and excitement surrounding it meant that plenty of fans were willing to pay a bit extra to see what could be a landmark moment in the competition's history. In the past, visit to the stadium on occasions like this can feel more like a home fixture for Real Madrid than the opposition team, even when it might be hundreds of miles far from the Spanish capital. In this case, the Mallorca fans did turn out in numbers, 23,010 to be precise, and got behind their team, with the majority of those in the stadium decked out in red and cheering on their team. This was definitely a hostile reception for Real Madrid, and the minority of Real Madrid fans in the arena has to work hard to make their voices heard in the top corner of the ground. Now, the third and final answer we got on the night was on what will manager Carlo Ancelotti do to address the midfield's lack of control, which was visible against Atalanta. Real Madrid were overwhelming in their middle of the park at times in Warsaw, and Ancelotti went with the same lineup in Mallorca. This was a very different game, one which primarily saw Real Madrid trying to find a hole in a low block rather than the more challenging midfield battle poised by Atalanta in midweek. Either ways, there were still symptoms of missing Toni Kroos. Real Madrid passing lacked that cutting edge and precision, and his experience was also missed. The composure in Real Madrid's control of possession vanished, and the team lacked the dominance that would have seen them create more danger. As shown by only registering 3 shots inside the box in the second half compared to 5 outside of it. Now, I haven't talked about the 3 answers we got on the night. Now, these are some 3 questions we derived from the game against Mallorca. The first question being, what did Real Madrid do to Pablo Maffeo? Battles with Vinicius Jr. and Pablo Maffeo are nothing new in this fixture. The pair have clashed often physically and verbally, pretty much every time they have met, but this time it continued. The peak came late in the first half when Maffeo planted his foot on Vinicius' calf in what many claimed to be a red card offense. Cesar Soto Grado and the VAR team, led by Javier Iglesias Villanueva, decided that there was nothing to decide on regarding a red card. The Brazilian did well not to react more angrily, though he did get a dig in at Maffeo earlier in the half and sought not to engage with Soto Grado, visibly pointing in the direction of captain Dani Carvajal, as players have been instructed that only a team captain can talk to the referees. This won't be the last time these two clash, nor will it be the last refereeing controversy we will see this season. Now, moving on to the second question we derived from the clash. Is Rodrigo goals underestimated? With the arrival of Endrick and Kylian Mbappe in attack, it was taken as a given that Rodrigo would be the man to be dropped out of the side if needed, with doubt about how maintaining him in the attacking tree could even look. He was the fall guy, ready to make way, but despite that, he has made a start to the season. He hit the woodwork against Atalanta, also remarkably recording 100% passing completion, and got his first goal of the season with his first shot of the evening against Mallorca, curling in a shot worth 0.07 expected goal ratio from the edge of the box behind Dominic Grief, the Mallorcan goalkeeper. The 23-year-old attacker was involved in a lot, completing 2 dribbles, winning 2 fouls, and moved freely across the front line along his frontline compatriot Vinicius Jr., and Frenchman Kylian Mbappe. This front three still needs work and fine tuning, but Rodrigo can certainly stake his claims to a starting spot after the last two performances for the team. Now, the third and final question derived from the clash was, why was Kylian Mbappe marking Vedat Muriqi at a corner? While Mallorca's goal was problematic, it felt avoidable. Vedat Muriqi scored a header from a set piece last time he featured in this fixture at Son Moers in September 2022, and he did so again with relative ease. Dani Rodriguez's delivery from the far corner was good enough, and Muriki's header was a strong and powerful one as he came, but he was under very little pressure upon closer inspection. That was because he had taken a step away from his marker Kylian Mbappe. The Frenchman is not known for his aerial prowesses as such, and it seemed a little bit strange of choice to have him as the closest man to the 6'4" Kosovan. It appeared to be zonal marking gone wrong, but there is room for improvement for Ancelotti and his staff in the defensive set-piece organization. So, having discussed and concluded with that, we have come to the end of today's interesting episode. Thanks for following us right up to the end. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bells so you do not miss out on our daily Real Madrid updates. See you next time, and a very big Hala Madrid for us all.